I think a definition of self-care is any activity that's therapeutic to your mental and physical health. Just something that kind of gets you off the treadmill of everyday life, and just helps you experience being anything that decompresses you from the stresses of being active in every day in society.
Okay.
I think that's really well put. I think it's pretty much anything that kind of helps contribute to your well-being, anything that relaxes you. And it's important, especially to me, like, and also in the craziness of this time, because we have to take care of ourselves.
What about you, Ree?
Yeah, for me, I think it's like some like it can be activities, or it can be like kind of mindset that I do every day, and it made me self-worth to like be in this world, kind of like that. Yeah, I think it's kind of like that.
Self-care always really mattered to me because I'm someone who like really tries to focus on other people's like mental health, and also thinking about my mental health, thinking about whether things are good for me, and if they're not good for me, what can I do to change them. So I've always wanted to be someone to take care of my brain, like mind your mind type.
Okay.
Yeah, and so for me, it was like always matter for the self-care, and I think I'm the person who like to express myself. So like I've been posting every day for what I do, what I eat, what I think in the Instagram every day, kind of like, yeah. And yeah, I was person who like to express my self-care things and let the people know what I do like that. So it was always matter for me.
No, I would say self-care has always been a thing for me since college, since even before college, because ever since I was a little kid, my parents always tried to keep me busy so I'd stay out of trouble. They'd put me in sports, clubs, other various activities to keep me out of trouble. So I always had a pretty tight schedule growing up. I was an athlete. I was a part of many clubs throughout elementary school, middle school, high school, and college. So I feel like self-care has always been a big part of my life, because when you have a tight schedule like that, you need time to decompress and kind of maintain that mental health and physical health as well. So like back in the day, my mental health break was playing video games or hanging out with friends, and it's pretty much been the same ever since. Now I found myself working out, going to the gym more to maintain my mental health. And during these times, unfortunately, I can't go to the gym, so I've kind of improvised and set up a little workout place outside of my backyard with some weights and a total gym that my mom has downstairs that she never uses. So that's my way of maintaining mental health, and I do think it's something that's always been important to me.
So okay, so for me, I'm the person who likes to go out and likes to do like activities that I can do outside of my house before the quarantine. But and I really like to travel a lot. So it might I can say because I also went to study abroad, and I think I went to about like 15 countries in one semester. And so that's me. I really like traveling a lot and going out with my friends, but it has changed a lot since like this quarantine happened. So one thing that I'm doing new right now is I started kind of baking. I didn't try any baking before. I was only interested in like cooking foods that I eat every day, but I never tried baking. But since I have a lot of time in my house and in the kitchen, I started to bake like cakes, or like, yeah, I started cakes, but I kind of failed. I thought I can success, but I failed for making cakes, and I don't know. I have to try more for my baking, and it's really fun to have my new self care, because like it's kind of experience that I did the baking, like, and I'm learning from the these things. So yeah, this was my new self care thing. Self care.
Last week I told you guys that I work out with my brother from time to time because he just committed to Cortland to play soccer. So I do a lot of cardiovascular stuff with him in the backyard. We go to a trail and do some running for a mile or two. But I've implemented. I love going to the gym. I think I said that last week. If I didn't, now you know. I love weightlifting. That's been a big hobby of mine ever since I started college. So I haven't been able to do that obviously since the pandemic has started. So like I just told you guys, I implemented putting a gym into my backyard. I found some rusty weights down in my basement that I could use, a total gym, which is kind of a one-stop gym thing, machine that you've probably heard of, that I've been utilizing to help myself, still build myself physically, because that's self-care to me is just working out and yeah.
Okay.
Frozen.
Ray.
So right now, my only quarantine goal is to come out of this quarantine able to do a split. It's because I've never been able to do one. So I really wanted to work on being like more flexible and stuff. So I've done a couple like different yoga videos on YouTube, and then I've done stretches every night for the last 7 days. Just like little stuff to make me feel a little bit more productive, even though I'm not going outside and like running. I'm not really that physical like that anymore.
I think it's really hard to like add the little thing in this quarantine life. Like it's really hard to do, like even if it's the little thing, it's really hard to do like something new or something, put it in this like non-productive life. For me, it's really non-productive right now, but it's really hard to. But the little thing like stretching something, it's really, really good. It's really like, yeah, I think it's big one.
Do you feel like...
Yeah, I think it's important to find something productive every day, a reason to get up every morning, and you find that one thing to do, and like Rachel said, it kind of keeps you going for the rest of the day.
So what do you think about self-care that doesn't look like self-care?
But does it have to be relaxing, or...
Is self-care always relaxing?
No, I don't think it always has to be relaxing. I was saying that I think it's more mental than anything. Like I told you guys, my way of self-caring is weightlifting, and although that may not look like the most relaxing, tranquil thing ever, it is to me mentally. And I think that's what's most important, is what decompresses your stresses in your own mind, and so the appearance to everyone else, no matter how rigorous physically it is. It's all a matter of how you feel about it, how you feel after the fact.
I love purging out my closet. I'm someone who loves to just like throw all my things away every now and then. So like even a couple nights ago, especially because I've been staying up so late, like I look at my closet and I look at all the clothes that I have, and I take it all down and throw so much away, because I just accumulate all these things and it feels cluttered. Like my life feels cluttered, and I'm someone who can't work if my room's really messy. So I guess it's kind of hard for me now because I'm always in my room, so my room gets messy really quickly, and it really helps to kind of have like clean room, clean mind, like clean slate. But yeah, I love looking into my closet 2 days later and being like, that was a pain, but it's done.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you use to help you to chill out? Or
for me, I think I use YouTube a lot. I think I watch YouTube like more than 5 hours in a day, but I try to look the videos about that I can learn about economics, because I think I need to have like certain knowledges about like economics or finance things, anything about it. So I try to search the videos that I can learn about that. So it makes me so like kind of full with the knowledges. But it doesn't go long. It might be, it lasts really short, but still it makes me like self-care and self-motivated from the videos. if I
Yeah.
learn from that
Yeah.
one.
It's interesting that you said you watch videos on economics, right?
Yeah,
Because
it's boring.
somebody else might be like, this, that doesn't
Not
sound like
self-care.
self-care. So in the midst of how crazy I feel like my life is, right? There really is no place in Rachel's life to fit things in, because I'm homeschooling and working at the same time. And then I serve on committees and they still meet virtually. I'm on search committees and then I do a lot of stuff with my church and we're doing all of that online. So there's just no time, right? So in the midst of this, also I'm taking a class. In the midst of this, because I love academic advising, I said, oh, there's a training on scholarly inquiry into academic advising. It costs money and it lasts about a month and it involves writing papers every week. Let me sign up for that. That sounds like a great idea. Well, let's just say that last night until very late, I was writing a paper. No credit on academic advising and what research area within advising I would like to explore. And I did not feel tired at all while doing it. I enjoyed it every minute of it. And I was like, it sounds crazy. And I asked my husband, why do I do this to myself? And he was like, he said, this is the woman I met. But I said, I want to marry her. You were like this stuff for a long time. So I can appreciate you thinking about economics as self-care.
Yeah. Still, it's really like boring, but still, it's like I think I'm enjoying the boringness, kind of like that.
You that Ray.
Yes. So yeah, I really like the YouTube yoga because I think that's fun. It's something easy that I can do even in like 10 minutes. But lately, since I've been staying up till like 6 a.m., there's this podcast that I like called Get Sleepy. And basically it's just this guy telling stories with like light music in the background and like little like trying to think like sound effects like waves and stuff like that, whatever fits the story. And it actually really helps me go to sleep. Not that I'm keeping well to a good sleep schedule, but eventually when I sleep, I use that and it helps.
Okay. All right. What about you, Malik?
I have a couple things. So I love first thing in the morning listening to like motivational videos on YouTube. I don't know, some people might think that's weird, some people may not. I love listening to this guy named Joe Willick. It kind of puts me in like just the right mindset, getting up and ready to take on the day, and motivates me to work out and be productive throughout the day. I can sit on my couch and play video games and watch Netflix all day. And other than that, I told you guys I have a total gym in my backyard, if you know what that is. That machine, I did not really know how to operate. I've never used it myself. I like going to the actual gym to do my lifting, but under the circumstances, I have to learn how to use it. So I've been kind of looking up YouTube videos to teach myself how to do proper pull and push workouts on that thing to keep up with my working out. But that's what I've been doing. Yeah.
What advice do you have for anyone who's struggling to prioritize their self-care in the midst of this chaos?
I would say, honestly, this is one of the very few times in your life, if ever again, that you're going to have the opportunity to sit at home and not have a whole lot to do. So take this chance to take a break off the treadmill of life and kind of just experience being and doing what you want to do. You know, like how often do you get this opportunity? So I say seize it while you can, make the best of it.
Okay.
So that's actually the opposite for me. I'm more busy now than I usually ever am, just because like I'm constantly doing schoolwork and I'm constantly doing like work. Set boundaries. Like know that you should stop doing schoolwork and stop doing work by 10:30, something like reasonable. And also like give yourself a little goal. Like give yourself, hey, I'm gonna do a hair mask once a week. I'm gonna do a face mask twice a week. I'm gonna stretch once a day, and like give yourself a set time. And once you can give yourself a set time, it kind of like you block off that time for it. You already have it set scheduled. It's like a date with yourself.
Okay. What about you, Ree?
I think it's like Malik said, I think it's the best chance to do something that I couldn't do in everyday lives, or that I was pushing back to do it later, like that. Like for me, I would recommend doing like cooking or baking, because I don't know, it's all the restaurants are closed and we have to cooking ourselves is more safer, right? So I think it's the best chance to try cooking or try like something new that you couldn't do in the previous lives.
It can be easy to just get consumed with all the negativity going around and forget yourself, right? Malik, I'm sorry, you were gonna say something.
Yeah, I'm just kind of going to say a little something, just kind of reiterating what I said before. You don't get many opportunities like this to do the things like Bree said that you never had the opportunity or time to do before. So, you know, I'd say take full advantage of the unfortunate situation that we're in, but make the most of it, you know?
So we are at the end. What are some final things that you want to say to the people?
Quarantining is really important, but it's also really important to make sure that you're not looking at the same four walls every hour of every day. And that's why it's so important to put self-care so high up, especially during this time, because it can feel so crazy to just kind of sit inside your room all the time. And just because we need to be social distancing, that doesn't mean that you can't go outside and go on a walk. It doesn't mean that you can't go on a bike ride. Just go by yourself. And that's also self-care, just kind of getting a little bit of sun.
Thanks. Yeah, I would piggybacking off what she said. Self-care is very, very important. Quarantine, stay home. If you're listening to this while the pandemic's still going on, but don't let yourself go insane. Try something new, like Ree said, cooking, learning a new language, learning how to play an instrument. Some of the things that I'm trying to do to keep myself sane. Don't let a poor situation be as bad as it has to be. You know, make the most of it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say.
Ree?
I think this situation can be a chance to more think about myself and yourself, like just ourselves, not thinking like more to anyone or any other people's. I think it's really good time to think and care about like myself and do the yeah.
Take the mental health break if you can, because you won't get one like this again.
Well, I want to thank all of you for sharing your thoughts, and we're going to wrap it up until next week, when we will talk about something. We'll know what that is at the end of the video, because we never know what it is as we're taking the video. All right.